anh chị là không có match bao giờ, không có.
Okay, so far I see we have around 30% final year student, 8% alumni. Oh, we have a lot of first year and second year student to join as well. Okay, so just a reminder for those who just joined, so please mute your microphone and turn off your camera to make sure that we have the best quality for the session today. Okay. I see we have more than 70 students already joined. So how about the others? If you cannot join Menti, so please feel free to share your studying year in the chat box as well. All right, next question, please. What is your field of study? What is your major in RMIT? IT, game. I'm not sure. I believe that we don't have game major in our RMIT. We have logistics. We have digital marketing, fashion enterprise. Yes, I think it's quite suitable major today's session. Fashion enterprise a lot. Profcom, professional communication. All right. How about the others? Design studies, supply chain management. So if we have a lot of students come from the same major, so the word on the screen will become bigger. So the majority of students joining the session today would be from international business, digital marketing, Profcom means professional communication, design studies, and fashion enterprise as well. Welcome all. All right, so I will keep this question in around 20 seconds more for you to type in your majors, and then we will start the session. All right. All right, so let's stop the activity today and let's go to the main thing. Yeah, okay, so very happy to welcome on to the Uniqlo session today, and I'm sure that you will enjoy the session since we have got 4 guest speakers to join with us, and 3 of them are alumni. Okay, so a lot of sharing, and I hope that they will also share about the experience that we have. Okay, so let's welcome Miss Lisa Diệp Phán, Miss Đinh Hương Nhi, Miss Lê Thùy Dương, and Miss Tăng Khánh Dung as well. And if you can see on the screen, 3 of them on the screen are also RMIT alumni. Okay, so let's say, like that, let's send them some heart or some, like thumbs up icon on the screen to welcome all of them. Okay, so over to you, and I will be sharing the slide from Uniqlo right now.
Okay, thank you. Thank you a lot. Okay, can everyone hear me? Good afternoon.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lisa. I'm the HR manager of Uniqlo Vietnam. And today I'm just the supporter for three of the member from Uniqlo Vietnam, three of the alumni from our team. From MIT also, and they're gonna join with me. But firstly, I would like to say thanks to MIT and welcome everyone to join the section with us. What's gonna be changing in the section today is like not just from us sharing about Uniqlo, but we would like to invite on the alumni here so you can have a more interactive questions. What you're curious about Uniqlo Vietnam so far, and I see that we have a lot of students from like supply chain, fashion industry, design study. So yeah, all of you is really welcome. And I would like to hear more from you about what you're interesting about Uniqlo also. Okay, so the agenda for today is like I'm gonna introduce a little bit about factory tailing, our parent company, and Uniqlo Vietnam, Uniqlo also. Then what's it about like Uniqlo manager candidates, or we call it like UMC, and what's in terms of like recruitment and training progress for this program, and about the recruitment process also for this like UMC program from Uniqlo Vietnam. Okay, so next slide, let me start sharing. So anyone, do you know about factory tailing or Uniqlo? Can I have a thumb up from anyone that already know a lot about factory tailing and Uniqlo? You all news about us? Yeah. Okay. Well, I see that everyone in news. Okay. Yes. So if so, let me introduce a little bit about factory tailing overview. Thank you. Can I have a next slide? Yes. Okay. So as you know, that factory tailing is parent company of Uniqlo. And actually, apart from Uniqlo, we have a lot of other brands also, like GQ, Helmetland, Princess Tam Tam, Theory. And if you already went to our store, like Dong Khởi store or like Phạm Ngọc Thạch store, you must know like a lot of car branding clothes we already have, like Uniqlo together with Theory, Uniqlo together with Princess Tam Tam. So that's all under like factory tailing group. And regardless the result of the COVID-19, we own like factory tailing will be able to see kind of like positive result from our sale operation profit and the number of store also versus like year on year. And this is one of the mission from like factory tailing, that we want to bring the units and also the live branding to our customer. So that's why we always try our best to bring what we can do to all of our customer globally. So that's the overall about factory tailing. Then where are we in the world? Well, we all know that some people, most of the people actually saying that Uniqlo, we have a direct competitor like Zara, H&M, but it's just like in terms of clothes. But in terms of like branding, we have a lot of like other brand. And so far up to this moment, with our contribution and also the contribution to the society, contribution to the profit level of the organization and everything, Uniqlo still in the top three among on the fashion company around the world. We are behind currently like Zara, H&M, but our ambition is like we want to become the undisputed in the on the customer mindset along the way, and what that we're aiming for. So this is our current positioning in the world, as you can see, compared to the other like well-known brands. If so, then what is Uniqlo? We talk a lot about Uniqlo. We talk about like Uniqlo is the main brand of factory tailing, but what really is Uniqlo? Tanga, can you go to next slide? Yeah, okay. So Uniqlo is started from Japan. We are the modern Japanese company. But what we want to become is actually we already kind of like become, that is the global company. we are the global company started from Japan, and that's what we design ourselves at this moment. And we want to inspire the world to read casually. That's why if you go to our store, you can see like a lot of like colorful design, but then essential item. This kind of thing is the core of Uniqlo and what we want to bring to the world. So with that in mind, we already go to a lot of countries, not just in Japan. uh Next slide please. Yeah, so you can see in here that around we started to open our first store globally from 2002. But right now the number of like store internationally, like outside of Japan, already more than inside of Japan. So this is how we want to bring the value of Uniqlo to the world, by the effort. And that's why we really need the business leader in our team to be able to help us to bring the global standard as the global one into the Uniqlo. And that's why business leader is very fundamental for our organization. And that's why we have a like UMC program, that's the vice relationship. So we already present in a lot of countries around the world. And the last country in 2019 is like Italy, Vietnam, and India. So and we would like to expand in further country. As you can see on the map, we still like not here yet in on the world. So that's where Uniqlo and Fast Retailing want to present ourselves in further future. And with that, we have our philosophy. Like our mission is really cool. So that's what we call like Fast Retailing way. Next slide, Thanh ơi. Yeah, okay. So what we call in Fast Retailing way, actually what we want to bring to the world. So we call it like changing clothes, changing conventional wisdom, and train the world. So if you can see in here, we are already kind of like changing clothes from like, you know, not just the design itself, but from the technical item, like technical material we have, from what we want to bring in there. We want to changing the conventional wisdom in terms of like customer mindset, in terms of like how we're using the clothes itself, in terms of our strategy for the business to the world. And from that, we want to contribute and we want to be able to be the path to change the world, to be able to have a small sustainable organization, a sustainable, how to say, global for all of our people. So that's what we aiming for and what we want to do on all of our philosophy. And with that, actually Uniqlo have a two mission. Next slide, guys. Yes, and the first mission, it really is like from our, how to say, business, what we want to present. And that's it, like to create the truly great clothes with new and unique value, enable people to all over the world to experience the joy, happiness, and satisfaction with wearing such a great clothes. Or what we calling in here is like live wear. So this is present in three of our strategy. Can you go to next slide? Yeah, the first strategy is in terms of product. So all of you in here, I believe, especially in Ho Chi Minh, if you are in Ho Chi Minh City, maybe you already know about airism. If you are in Hanoi right now, you see a lot of our like SNS posts and everything, and you must hear about fleece or heat tech. Yeah, anyone already know about it? Can I have your hands raised up or just a thumb up or anything on the chat? Yeah. Right, a few people. Wow. Yeah, that's great. Yes. Yeah. So this is our core item. This is our core thing that we want to see. That's the in terms of innovation in the product. Then we want to bring that into our store. And that's why we have the business model that we want to be able to achieve. And that's either our strategy to bring that kind of value to our customer. Okay. So let me just go through a little bit about the product. Next slide. Yeah. Okay. So a lot of people I can see around like 106 people know about our like brand name like HitTech Airism. So I'm not gonna go in detail, but as you can see that every single year you say like, hey, why HitTech? My friend was asking me like, hey, every year why you always have the HitTech? But actually every single year we have the innovative somewhere in the technique of create the heat tech product. Maybe last year, you know, like it's more thicker. This year it's gonna be thinner a little bit and it's gonna be warmer. So this is the way that we always keep continuously thinking like how we can make our product like become more essential to the customer, more convenient for our life. So that's what we never stop to thinking about create the new thing, the new item, or even like based on the base core item, how we can make it into more line of product for our customer. And that's what we always try to aiming for in terms of innovation in our product. And with that, we have a what is called like life way. Okay, can I have a one more time? Like anyone in here, have you ever heard about life way? Can I have your hands up? Okay. Okay. A lot of hand. Wow, wow. Okay, life way. You must see it somewhere, right? We already have a nice store in Vietnam. Wow, that's a great. That's so many people. Okay, thank you. Can you go to next slide? Let me just talk a little bit about Lifeway. Yeah, Lifeway is, if we break it down, it's very simple. It's what we wear in our life. One night you like sharing this, what you like with people. I'm just saying simply like that. But Lifeway is meaning that the clothes designed to make everyone life better. So how to make it better? It's actually even our employee, even me. I mean, I'm working in HR. So what's it really Lifeway to me? So that's either way that I'm trying to involve in all of my work on daily basis to make the life of our employee better. That's also the philosophy of Lifeway. You can apply Lifeway in anything. So in your life, what you want to create, what you want to evolve, what you want to develop, and create the value for yourself, for the how to say society. That's all about Lifeway. But when it's coming to product, we always want to evolve our technology, our like in terms of like mindset, in terms of our business strategy to bring what is the key and the daily way needs for the customer. So that's what we call Lifeway, and this is our philosophy in terms of product at the first, and then in terms of business to bring to the all the customer around. So that's why if we come to the second innovation, Tyler, can you go to the next slide? Okay, that's our store. Well, a lot of students keep asking me that we have an e-commerce. And if you know, Uniqlo Vietnam just launched the e-commerce last Friday, right, in Vietnam. But then store is still the key for us that we want to keep innovate. Because store is not just the place that a customer gonna buy the clothes. We want that it kind of like the exhibitions for the customer to see, to experience the product of Uniqlo. What we can bring back to the society also. Like today, you maybe want to go to our store, you didn't buy anything, but you gonna know more about it. What it take, what it airism, how does it feel in terms of product, and what's the Uniqlo Vietnam doing in the market. Then maybe tomorrow, that customer gonna come back to the store. So that's why we never stop ourselves in terms of like develop our store to become more, like engage with the customer, thing like this. And also store is the place that we want to share the value in terms of like sustainability values that Uniqlo bring back to the world. Like we collaborate with a lot of like local like KOL, well-known brand to be able to share like the how we can bring the value of like sustainability, like upselling, up recycling product or like recycling product, all of these kind of things that we always want to try to present in our store to bring the value that Uniqlo have to the customer and hearing the customer voice back to our business. So store is very fundamental for Uniqlo that we always want to try to focus on. And that's why for the UMC program, you will know that later on, but all of our UMC gonna start from the store operation. This is where the key business is in, and this is where you can learn a lot about the business, the core business of Uniqlo. Okay, so that's the in terms of innovation in store. The next slide gonna be innovation in terms of business model. And this is what we call like Uniqlo always try to become the digital consumer retail company. So just the circle that you can see on the slideshow, that's the customer is essential of our like core business. and everything gonna go around it. The store gonna listen to customer point of view. Then from the store manager, from the UMC, from the future business leader point of view, you're gonna transfer that customer voice to the business. So that's why we're gonna have a customer voice, then we bring that to our design, then from design we're gonna bring that to production. What kind of design gonna be convenient? What is the needs of customer at this moment? What is the difference for Vietnamese, Philippine, Malaysia customer? Then from that we're gonna bring back to our store or like e-commerce to sell. Then from the sales store manager, UMC gonna listen again to the customer, and then we keep innovate, we keep evolve our cycle like that. And that's Econ Digital Consumer Retail Company. And to be able to do that and to respond to the customer as fast as possible, we're gonna use like technology. We're gonna use like like a real customer point of view. If you can go to our store, you can see we have a lot of application. We have a like survey for customer. All of these like thing in more real customer point of view we can see, and we're gonna apply the technology around it to bring the value to the customer as fast as possible. And that's what we try to transform into the company for the future that we want to do. Okay, so that's a strategy of our business. That's what we want to do. But then from the business side of view, what else we can do? So this is coming to the second, how to say, philosophy, not like mission of Uniqlo globally. That's if we want to enrich the pupil life through our unit corporate activity. Like I just shared to you before, the story where we're gonna receive a lot of point for customer. We're gonna receive back like the program like recycling product and things like this. That's the way we want to together with the customer to bring the value to the society, not just through product, through our store, through our business, and we want to develop the company in unity with the society. So that's a second strategy, big strategy that we want to focusing on. Okay, so what kind of timeline in terms of sustainability? It's huge. It's really a lot for the when we're talking about sustainability, right? So especially our young student, our young people, we heard about sustainability more and more right now around the world. But then for fast retailing and Uniqlo, what are we focusing on in like three pillars? Okay, so the first one is pupil, the second is planet, and the last one is community. So pupil in here is like create the value for our pupil, like internally for the factories, how to say, employee, and also for the customer pupil around us. And for the planet is on the way that we try to evolve, innovate, like like develop our product to be more like global friendly, like how to say environment friendly. And we create the value that when people wearing that clothes, they feel proud that they be a part of the sustainability. When they wear Uniqlo clothes, they feel that I'm part of it. I can save the world. I can like help the world to be a better place from this kind of like contribution, from this kind of clothes from the Uniqlo. So that's what we want to become. And the community is what we want to together with our employee, together with like customer, even together with our like business leader. We want to bring the value that we can learn back to the society. So a lot of things that we can do, like not just from clothes, but we like if you can see the picture, it's like we teaching back to the student, we sharing with them what we can do, the value of Uniqlo. So all of these kind of things is like going around that what we want to become. Okay, so next slide is in Vietnamese, but I just want to show you like very quickly the number that Uniqlo globally is what we have be able to contribute to the pupil. So you can see a lot of number and big and huge number in here, right? So just for example, we have like a PWD, like disability worker around the world in all of our store. We're able to save the water from our jean product. We engage and support the clothes for a lot of like children in South Africa and around the world. So all of these kind of things, and then also like diversity and inclusive for our women at work. So all of these is a lot of things that Uniqlo and fast retailing are trying to do together with everyone else. Okay. The thing we all know about how to say pandemic like COVID-19. currently around the world. So Thanh ơi, can you go to next slide? Yeah, just very quickly, it's also the number. But I just want to share with you that this is what we're proud that we have been able to use our product to contribute to the doctor, to share with the people in need, like mask, airism clothes, heat tech clothes, all of the we try to contribute in support for the healthcare and medical support to the people around under the pandemic also. So if you can see that the huge number everywhere around the world, then in Vietnam, what we have been doing after this moment to have the combat the COVID-19 situation. Yes, yeah. So it's also kind of like small number, maybe if we compare with like the globally, scale. But this is what we also did. Like we support for the doctor in this. We support like the doctor they feel really hot, right, when they wear the protect how to say protects clothes. That's why we share with them the airism inner way. Then we also support for the vaccination in Vietnam. So all of these things is the value that Uniqlo Vietnam have also tried to contribute back to the society through the pandemic. And honestly, all of our employees also feel proud that they can be a part of it. Okay. So I'm not gonna go in further detail. Next slide also, please. Yeah, next slide also, Thanh ơi. Okay, yes, right. So I talk a lot about flat retailing, about Uniqlo, about what Uniqlo Vietnam also want to share. So in here you can see that this is the mission and vision of Uniqlo Vietnam. That why today that I really want to share with you. And as you want to also interested into Uniqlo, and what I want to share is like I want to be together with you that we can create and bring that mission and vision back to the Vietnam society. Because our mission in Vietnam is not just in terms of sale or anything, but it's like contribute to the Vietnamese society and reach the people lives through the retail apparel business with our product and self activity. We don't want to become like number one in South only, but we want to become the undistributed number one brand in Vietnam. We want to bring the value of flyway to the Vietnam people. And that's why we want to bring the long-term growth in Vietnam country, etc. Like, staff chain trade management, we want to develop Vietnamese talent in Vietnam and then bring the Vietnamese talent to the globally scale that we want them to be like, pack up global, and we want to see and develop Vietnamese people around the world also, bring the happiness to the consumer, to our customer, and, like make the seamless operation from manufacturing to sales. Because Vietnam, we have a two side, we have a both production and sales side. So that's a strong point for Vietnam, and we want to bring that value to the Vietnam economics also. And from there, we want to make the Vietnamese life more comfortable by the best quality product from Uniqlo. So this is on the mission and vision that we always try to aim for. And you can see that we deliver this message through all of our activity, both in store, in social media, in e-commerce, and from like the kind of like sharing to the student, to the future business leader of Vietnam country. So this is what I would like to share with you today about Uniqlo and fast retailing. Then the next one, let's start in deep. Okay, so who can make all of that mission and vision come true? That's definitely we need a lot of like business leader. We need the pupil, because pupil is really the centric of Uniqlo business. And that's why we have a program like very unique. It's called like Uniqlo Manager Candidate. And Uniqlo Manager Candidate is started point for fresh graduated student and so on, that you can start to build your career in Uniqlo, and then together with Uniqlo, like utilize the result of the company to develop your career and bring back the value for the society. So that's what we call UMC. But UMC actually is the starting point to build the global business leader. So Thanh ơi, can you go to next slide? Okay, so global business leader in Uniqlo term is like who can perform all over the world, who can succeed in various field of business area. So that's also why today I would like to bring here like three very special member. Like they are used to study in MIT. They have been able to perform maybe all over the world, started from Vietnam. And then also we're gonna they already work in various fields in our business area right now. So firstly, let me pass my mic to the first person, like Nhi San. Then she will start sharing next. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you Nhi. I will pass to you.
Yes. Hello everyone. So first of all, let me introduce myself a little bit. My name is Dinh Hương Nhi, and I used to study in MIT as well. So nice to see all of you. I was one of the very first UMC of Uniqlo Vietnam, and I joined the company since 2016. So as Lisa Sam already mentioned about the global business leader. So where is it start and how we can develop them through the clear career path like this. So in order to realize that, we need to start as a Uniqlo manager candidate UMC. So let's join, if you join us after like 1 year, based on your performance with the clear evaluation system and also clear evaluation checklist, that you have chance to promote it to assistant store manager or even immediately the store manager. So after fulfilling the basic foundation as a store manager in the store operations, your career path will be much more open, as you can see the upper part at the like 4-year scale, that you can continue to be successful in the in the store operation as an area manager or superstar store manager, or you can also change your open up your career path like wider in the headquarter in the like all the different department like HR or like merchandising planning, also like marketing, etc. Or you can also have the chance to develop yourself or challenge yourself as overseas business. Also in the same group of fast retailing like GU or the other like retailing company in the fast retailing. So for example, my case that after joining Uniqlo 3.5 years, I could become the store manager, and I opened like 3 stores in Vietnam as a store manager, like Đồng Khởi in Ho Chi Minh, then Phạm Ngọc Thạch and Vincom Metropolis in Hanoi. Then that's why currently now I'm working in people training and development department, taking care of UMC and store leaders training. Yes, next slide, please. Thank. Yes, so that's why it's really important to master store operation as a store manager, because if you reach to that level, you are self-sufficient merchant and also independent-minded people. You are also able to manage well, like the circle path, not only P&L, but also business planning from sales stock planning, recruiting your own store member and also training them. Also, you have some kind of marketing activity where you can contribute to the society where is your store is located. So it's really basic and strong foundation. That is a must that we need to master on the basic as a store manager. Yes, next slide, Henry. Yes, and how to become, before becoming the store manager as a UMC, this will be your initial training schedule. So first 2 to 3 months, you will need to master the basic manner of the Uniqlo and basic tasks. For example, cashier, fitting room, sales floor, cleanliness, how to fold the clothes. Then since the second stage is you need to be able to train the other member, your store, new store member. Then next is you will be the weekly business leader, where you need to plan for the daily business planning. Also, you need to train for the division leader. Then after that is the monthly business leader. So this kind of routine tend to see that from the daily, weekly and monthly, we will have the training schedule for you like this. So go into more detail. Next slide, Henry. that as I already did mention that you will win the strong foundation as a store staff task when we train you from the first until the third month, like casual fitting room and how to fold the clothes, how to clean the sales floor. Let me share you like my experience. At first, like I was trained and work in Uniqlo Japan, Singapore, and also like Philippines. Actually, my first failure was like during this third 3 months. And because I was doing really the basic tasks every day, like cleaning, folding, made me wonder why I am here doing this kind of store staff task. But at the same time, I also like couldn't work well with the Japanese culture language during my first 6 months. That's why I suggested to move to the English-speaking country, which is Singapore, Uniqlo Singapore. However, after moving to Singapore, my first challenge and also like failure is I cannot train the store member because I haven't mastered all of this type like basic tasks. So I cannot give them the opportunity to develop themselves also like for myself. So without those high standard experience, when I got trained in like Japan, I wasn't able to train a lot like store members in Singapore. Also first batch UMC and more specifically when I opened Uniqlo Vincom Metropolis in Hanoi by myself, I could also well train my store members, keep them high motivated, and that's why we achieved the highest gross profit store in Vietnam. And through that experience, I'm able to rotate my career to the training department to train all the leaders last year. Yes, actually, like growing up with the company can make me realize my goal. What I want to achieve in Vietnam after coming back to Vietnam is I want to open a Uniqlo University where I can open up a lot of career path to the young generation like all of you. So let me also like share with you also another members UMC that who join us also like today. They will also introduce themselves, who they are, what is their position right now, and what they have been overcome up till now until the Uniqlo. Please also get your question ready because we will have the Q&A session after the recruitment part, and we will get them to back to answer you. Yes. So next is Jung San. Can you also introduce yourself? Thank you.
Hi, so good afternoon, everyone. My name is Yu, and usually people call me Sayen. So currently, I'm assistant store manager of Vivo Store, the store that's very near to our campus. So please visit me sometimes. Okay. So I was joining Uniqlo at the third batch UMC, and I first joined to training at Dong Khởi store. And at Dong Khởi store, as Nisan already said before, we need to learn and master on the store staff skills. Because in order to lead a team and to motivate your members, you need to know how they work. And also, it's a good chance for you to have a direct interaction with our customer. And then in this March of 2021, I was assigned to Vivo Store and worked there until now. So when I come to Vivo Store, my goal is to deliver my aspiration that the lifewear product is not just the casual clothes, but it's a comfortness that brings your confidence every day. So this is what I want to deliver for my customer. And from this point, my goal is to provide the best customer service in my store so that customer will revisit many times. And by this, I start to build a team. And based on the high standard that I was training in Dong Khởi, I start to build a team, motivate my member, and work with them as a family. So we share the common goals that we want to make people as the happiest place to come. So make sure to be with me now. So from this experience, around 1 year, I can see myself grow a lot in terms of business mindset and also how to make our customers satisfied and make them believe in our brand, trust in our brand, and also contribute to the society. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sayen and Jung San. So next is let me introduce Yang San.
Hello everyone. My name is Young, but yes, like Sayen san, everyone in Uniqlo call me Yang. Actually, I'm working in the merchandising planning team. However, before that, I am a UMC first batch, and then I joined Uniqlo in 2018. Um, in training in Japan for 2 months, and then for Philippines for 8 months, and then when I come back, I become the store manager of Dong Khởi. And then after 1 year of working as a store manager in Dong Khởi, I opened the new store in Vincom Pharmacy in Gò Vấp district. So actually, same with Science and then Nisa. I also the alumnus of RMIT. Before I used to be the one who is very shy and then very introvert, with the very, how to say, fixed mindset, and then very conservative, because I am a little, because my mom is the teacher. So I, at that time, I could not speak my own opinion and voice in front of everyone. So that weakness lead to the first failure of myself when I joined in Uniqlo, because at that time I just followed the direction without, how to say, speaking my own opinion. So at that time I very stuck. However, based on the encouragement of the everyone, the same batch UMC, and then also the expert who is my supervisors. They encourage me a lot to, first of all, to, how to say, to create the critical mindset. And then of course a lot of knowledge based on the business point of view. And then after I, how to say, a little bit stealing from them, and then I could speak out what I think on my mind. So that is, yes, my good point that I could learn from you, Uniqlo. Yes.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So yes, everyone, please get your question ready. I'm just gonna share very quickly about the recruitment for UMC process. It's an overall picture. Then you can have any question that you want to our three speaker, our three alumni from MIT in here. So okay, I already received some question like when we open the application. Just for your information, we already open. So please apply. Okay, so next slide, please, Thanh ơi. Yeah, okay. So UMC is already one of the program that we've been here in Vietnam for quite long. Then this is like full-time permanent job. It's not like the training program, just for your information. When you enter UMC a position and you're gonna start working. It's just different. It's like we're gonna have an intensive support for the UMC so they can develop quickly as a future business leader for our business. So that is the difference. So that's why all of the UMC cannot have the second job. It's not the training program for the few months. Then you can go to the other department. Just note this point, okay? This is already the starting point for you to become store manager. Then after store manager, you can diverse your career in the other in a lot of function in the future of Uniqlo from what you have learned in the store.
Thầy rất là rõ ràng.
Yeah, so that's why the play of assignment see all over Vietnam. We're gonna assign the specific store based on your characteristic, based on the trainer strong point for your development. The basic compensation I will not mention here. You can see on the slide. Then it means that when you work in store, you need to work by shift. So it's kind of like flexible working hour. We need to work on public holiday, on the weekend. We're gonna have like 2 days off per week, but it's not gonna be like how to say Saturday, Sunday, like office worker. We're gonna have like flexible shift working every day. Then we're gonna work like 8 hours, but the morning starting point maybe like 7 a.m. Then some day that we're gonna come back home quite late, around like 12 p.m., like 12 a.m. or even like 1 a.m. at time. So this is way that you wanna do, but then promotion opportunity every single 6 months. And you can see that all of our three alumni, and then the how to say the latest is like Dung San, saying have been able to promote to assistant store manager just after 1 year.
So that's how the promotion opportunity gonna be for everyone. Okay, so next slide, please. Yeah, then that's the basic salary, 14 million per month, but it's just gonna starting point for the first 6 months. Every single you got promotion, your salary and benefit also gonna increase accordingly. The other like 13-month salary, performance bonus, like healthcare, medical care, like travel insurance care, like staff discount also. All of these things we're gonna present to our UMC and manager candidate in the future. And if you've been assigned to another city to work, definitely company also gonna support you in terms of like how to say relocation package. So that's one overall picture that we're gonna support for our UMC is a compensation and benefit package. More gonna going on, but we're gonna share with you later on. Okay, so next slide, please, Thanh ơi. Yes, slightly different. If anyone already know about this program before, this year we're gonna have one more step in terms of like interview process. That the 2-day star internship. This is where you're gonna really experience what's in my future work gonna be. But this gonna be for after the second interview. So right now application form already open. Company info section, especially for MIT students, we already have it today, so you don't need to join again. But if you really love to see us in the future, once again, we are welcome you to join. After that, we're gonna have a screening interview, second interview with our like star leaders. You have a 2-day star internship, and this around gonna be happen around like December and January this term. After that, after that holiday, right after that holiday, early February, we're gonna have a final interview. And the day that all of our candidates gonna start working is like middle of March in 2022. So this is gonna be the process for the interview and recruitment this year. So if you are interested to apply, please note all of the timeline with you and start the application with us. Okay, right. So that's the overall process. I'm gonna go to Q&A. But Tane, can you come back to the panel discussion slide with our 3 presenters? Okay, right. Right now I can see a lot of questions coming up. So Tane, how should we answer all the questions? Is there a specific way?
Thank you, chị Lisa, and all the panelists to share all the information of Uniqlo. So I will rotate the question to all of you so that you can start to answer to our student. Okay. Right. So I will speak the question, and during the time, all the students, if you want to unmute yourself and clarify more about your question, so please feel free to turn on your mic. Okay. So let's start with the first question. So the question is from Wing. Good afternoon, Uniqlo's team. Please support to answer my question. What's more important when you look at a CV, GPA, or experience? And what customer behavior in Vietnam that differ from other countries? Actually, this one have 3 questions, so maybe we can start first with the first question. What's more important when you look at a CV, GPA, or experience?
Okay, actually we're not gonna taking care of any. How to say, when we look at the CV, it's just gonna share us like who you are, what you have been going through in your life up to this moment. And then from there we would like to have the conversation to see like what's your passion, why you want to apply for Uniqlo, and what kind of contribution you want to bring to the Vietnamese customer, and also your future career together with Uniqlo. So this is what in terms of like the future talk we would like to talk with you about. And then if you're talking about who is our main customer behavior, oh well, anyone in here, do you want to answer? Because you all like become store manager. Like okay, say it. Okay.
So the main customer, actually, I can say mainly from Vivo and also Long Khởi when I work in Long Khởi. So we have many Vietnamese customer and also many foreign customer. that they also know about our brand when they work abroad or they living abroad. So that and also our customer have various age from very young like student until the middle age. So you can see many how to say uh, many type of customer, many characteristics. But the common point that they come to our store is that they really want to get a product of their essential product, the product that they want to wear in daily life. The product really bring them the comfortness. Yes, so that are the main characteristic of our customers. Right.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So the first part is like what the customer behavior different between Vietnam and the other country, right? So Lisa, the person have worked in 3 countries.
Okay, what I can see is first is the same common point that I would like to emphasize. First is customer really enjoy shopping experience at the Uniqlo and they expect a lot from our customer service. That is the most common point. Secondly, maybe the product needs, the customer demand is different from Japan and also some Southeast country like Singapore and Vietnam. Because Japan also has like 4 seasons clearly, but Singapore, Vietnam only have like the humid season and quite hot. So that may be only the difference with the customer demand, but the customer satisfaction or customer service everywhere we want to deliver to customer. That is the most common point. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And the last question from Nguyen is what is the topics, the challenge you when you first operate in Vietnam and challenges now?
Okay. The toughest challenges is amazingly, customer came to Đồng Khởi store and queue for maybe around like 1 month. That the queue before opening like non-stop. That's really the toughest challenge for not only the store principal, so like the headquarters as well. That we didn't expect that actually. Then it means that like we need to prepare, we need to overcome that challenge to meet our customer demand, customer expectation to us really high. That is our reality that we can realize and thanks to the customer. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Chị Nhi for sharing. I just remember last time when I first, the first store opening in Vietnam and also have the live stream on Facebook, and I see a long queue of people there for many days, I think. Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, thank you. So let's go to the next question. Does GPA matter in CV screening ground? I think Uniqlo already answered. The next question, does the company have merchandiser position? And what are the requirements needed for that position as fresh graduate?
Well, luckily we have one merchandiser here. But then as you see that Yan-san will share with you what is that position is going to be about. And from that you can see that actually we don't have this position for fresh graduated. But it's going to be really, most of the member in merchandising planning team is from our UMC, store manager. And Yan-san, maybe you can share like why that's mostly like experienced UMC store manager gonna be in that department. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for your question. Actually, merchandising planning is like where the love begins. I suppose to say, because we have a fiscal plan for 6 months in advance, and then monthly, and then daily. So actually, before, like Risa-san said, we don't have the position for fresh graduate because if you don't have enough experience in figure, in market, in customer demand, or insight, or how to say the market trend, you will for sure very struggle in this department because you it's like a little bit predict the future. You know for you don't know for sure what gonna happen like next year However, you need to make a plan for that. So that is why you have to have the base as a UMC or as a store manager or at least the senior from the other company who has the experience in this kind of position to have the how to say what is that called, the merchant sense. And then you can how to say fulfill this position without struggling. Yes, that is my experience. Like even I'm already work in Uniqlo for 3 years, but still I'm a little bit struggle sometimes when I'm work as a merchandising planning team. So yes, my recommendation is you should start as a UMC, and then you can join as a merchandising.
Mm. Thank you for sharing. The next question also about the application. So besides GPA and experience, what other aspects are you looking for as an employee?
Well, I think that is well, let's talk about UMC. What we expect to see is like, let's bring your passion. The passion in here is like the passion that you want to bring in the retail industry to be able to build the, how to say, the highest standard for customer service in retail industry. You want to bring the very new and high standard retail industry in Vietnam. And the second passion is like the passion to become the business leader for the global company. That way you can be able to perform everywhere in the world. So with these two passion, and definitely you can be able to join Uniqlo, and that's what we're gonna discuss with you in the interview. So not GPS experience, but from that experience, what you want to bring, what passion you want to bring to this industry, and together to be with the Uniqlo. We would like to see, and we would like to talk with you about that. Yeah.
Thank you, Ji Lisa, for sharing to all students. And I believe that after this session, the student can also learn more about, all the philosophy and, the business model that Uniqlo are doing right now. Okay, so the next question from Derek, asking, does the application procedure allow nearly graduate students to submit their profiles beforehand? And if they are chosen, can they start working after graduation?
Yes, surely, Derek. So if they can graduate it, let's say by next March or May, and then they will be able to start working full time from March 2022. Definitely, they can start like apply and joining the whole application process from now on. Yeah, so definitely they can.
Okay, thank you. It's quite clear for all the students. The next question, will having certification in Japanese be an advantage for candidates?
But I think we receive this question nearly every year, right, Pang?
Yeah.
I have to say, yes, we are, as I share, we are the Japanese, the global company start from Japan. So that's why Japanese gonna help you to understand the essential culture of Uniqlo, like what we call like omotenashi in terms of customer service. But like the language that we're gonna utilize every day is like English, and in Vietnam to our customer is Vietnamese. So this certification gonna help you to get your own advance to understand the culture, but doesn't mean it's gonna be advanced for the application or recruitment process. Yeah.
Thank you, Ji Lisa. Yeah, yeah, and please remember English also the main communication language to be used in Uniqlo and Vietnamese as well. The next question from Mai, she asked, is there any chance for second year student if they have some experience?
Okay, thank you, Mai, for your question. So, unfortunately, at this moment, this is like full-time employee, so can only, how to say, graduated member can start working with us, because you still need to concentrate on your study also. But then, hopefully, in the future, maybe Uniqlo Vietnam can have an opportunity, kind of like internship or something else, and I would like you to be a part of it. But right now, UMC program is just gonna be like fresh graduated member and the member who have up to 3 years of experience. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Later on after this session, we will again share with you the application link. You can see all the requirements of UMC later. Okay, the next question from Phương. She asks, what are the majors preferred in the current opening entry-level positions, if there are any?
Yes, we don't have any preferred major. And as you know, Nhi was sharing with you before that UMC gonna start at point. You're gonna start to work in store operation to develop, become store manager. And with store manager position, you're gonna learn variety area of business from sales, like merchandise planning, from like marketing, from like people development, that's HR people development part, or even like logistics, supply chain, all of these things you can learn as a store manager position, because you want to be kind of like the CEO of your own store, your own business. So that's why not prefer major, but after that, after store manager, based on your strong point and your already prefer major, you can how to say, develop your career in different function in the future. So that's what it's gonna be for your career started from the UMC position. I hope this is clear.
Okay, sure. Phương, later on, if you still want to add on for your question, so please feel free to unmute yourself. But in the meantime, we're going to next question from Thơ, I think. Hi, Uniqlo team. I want to ask for some of the initial challenges that UMC usually encounter. How did you overcome those, especially some tips for fresh graduates like us? I think maybe we will share the answer for all the current store manager here.
Okay, yes. See.
Hi, so it's again. So actually, when we become a UMC, yes, we were facing many challenges. And one of the first challenges that I faced is that working in a team with our members. Because when we first recruitment, we are UMC and we also have store staff. And some of the store staff that already senior before us, they can master many store staff skills. Some of them are already 2 years experience. So of course, when leading them and also working with them, there will be some struggle points because you are new, right? But one of my tips is that working with them and communication sincerely. So what I mean here is that you learn from them, you talk with them, and also understand what are their values and how is your values matching with their values. From that, you can work with them directly and understand, listening what they want and what are they good at, and you can learn from them and practice like them. And gradually, they will listen to you and understand what is your value, and they will follow you. So yes, so I hope that I can see you in the UNC and become the leaders. Hi.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And again, if you want to clarify more for your questions, please feel free to unmute yourself. The next question from Lynn. She asks, do you still available of internship program for us to apply at the moment?
Well, unfortunately, Uniqlo haven't opened any internship program yet, but we maybe in the future we will have, and hopefully we're gonna see you there if you just like first year, second year student.
Thank you. Yeah. I see, like in this team's session, we have also a lot of first year and second year students also very interested in working in Uniqlo. All right. So another question from On. She asked, could you share some learning and development opportunities that are available for Uniqlo's employees after finishing UMC?
Yes, okay. Tanya, can you move to the previous page? I think 2 more pages. One more. Sorry. Yes, this one. Okay. So I think it's better for me to show this slide for you that after finishing the UMC, as I show here, that like after 1 year, you can become assistant store manager. Also, after 3 years, at the same time, you can also become store manager immediately after the Uniqlo UMC candidate based on your performance. You can jump to store manager position immediately. So around like 1.5 years that you can become already a store manager. Like actually, Yangsang is one of the fast track like that to become the store manager from the UMC immediately, straightforwardly. Then after that, after becoming store manager, then you can have also the chance to continue at the store of like area manager or store manager of the flagship store like Đồng Khởi or Vincom Phạm Ngọc Thạch. Or you can also come or rotate, open your career path wider in HR or merchandising plan like Yangsang, also some like IMD planning, also inventory control. This kind of thing is open up for you after you become the store manager and master the basic task at the store operation. Yes, so that is the career path of it after finishing the UMC.
Well, let me add on, like, if you can see from this slide, we have like store operation, what we call like store support center in here is the other company, they call it like head office. So head office is like the backbone, like, you know, supply chain management, marketing, HR, finance, accounting, and then merchandise planning, like even like store construction, store development. So all these departments, we call it like store support center. Like we are the person, the back office, the person gonna support for the store operation or even like e-commerce. In this way, your career gonna be wider. So how to say, the career path in Uniqlo is very wide because retail business, we have the whole supply chain management function. So that's why a lot of department and function like you can develop at. Even like, you know, if you study in fashion, we have a 2 MIT student study in fashion industry, and now they working like in-store merchandise, like visual merchandise, and then production merchandise planning, and they are very senior. Both of them is from MIT also, if you are interested to know them. And that's why your career is very wider after that. It all depends on you, like what you can learn in store operation as a UMC, assistant store manager, store manager. From there, we're gonna discuss with you where you want to be next, which path you want to be next. And I think this is also linked with the other question that later on about overseas assignment. The overseas assignment after you're gonna become like successfully like store manager in Vietnam. So and then you're gonna have a potential to widen your career as a global store manager, or even like develop your career in like global marketing. Or you gonna the other like open the new country. Let's say next year maybe we're gonna, I don't know, like Cambodia or Laos or something like this. You can be the first person to open the first store in the country, or you can go there, like even like Singapore or the other country to work at marketing, merchandise planning, etc. So it's all depends on where you are and what you can learn from the UMC and store operation experience. Yeah. So this is what the career, like how flexible the career opportunity gonna be for you after you become the store manager. Yeah, I think this is gonna help you to clarify about the career opportunity with you, Uniqlo.
Thank you for Jinyi and Lisa for sharing very detailed. And I see there's such a great, you know, like flexible transition opportunities for the student. But then it's better you can start with UMC first. So then please feel free to apply, right? So let me go back to the slide with the panelists. Okay, the next question from Ngọc. She asked, do you have any positions in the product development department?
How to say, product development is we have the central in, how to say, kind of like Gene Central in Los Angeles. So product is not gonna be in any specific country, but it's more about like global product development. So it's more opportunity like in Japan or in like US, UK. But like Yang San shared with you before, we have a some department for like merchandise planning. In merchandise planning, they're gonna catch the customer voice. Then they're gonna share what kind of product will be essential. Let's say for the Vietnamese customer, they're gonna send that request with a lot of analysis, of course, not just the repair itself, to the global. Then global gonna listen to that and they hear the needs of the customer in Vietnam, and then they gonna produce that how to say product, especially for Vietnam, or like open that product for the whole worldwide. So I think this is for you to clearer about like how the product, how to say the supply chain and product function working in fast retailing and Uniqlo. But if you want to learn more about like merchandise, if that's gonna link with this, I think that Yang San can answer further question from you later on. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for sharing. The next question from Oan. For Vietnamese UMCs, are there any opportunities for overseas assignments, and how often will they happen?
Yes, I think this question I just answered earlier about the overseas assignment also, and how often we also not sure. Yeah, really often. As I can tell you that right now in Uniqlo Vietnam office, we have a pupil from like Korea, Thailand, Philippines, Japan, around the world. They all come here and we receive them every single 6 months, 1 year. So how often will this happen? I think that it's always depends on the talent development of each country and also for Vietnam in the future. Yes.
Thank you, chị Lisa for sharing. The next question from Jun. She asks if our application has passed, when do we start to work, and can I apply for this position along with the internship at the same time?
Yeah, application. If you pass, you're gonna start working again in next year March. That's it already like fixed calendar for our UMC. Then if you are still working internship somewhere, sorry if I misunderstand your question, then you can start. You can still working in internship until you join the company. Until you join Uniqlo, you need to like only working for one work as a UMC. But if you're asking about internship in Uniqlo, like sorry to say again, we haven't got any internship program in Vietnam yet at this moment. Yeah.
Thank you, chị Lisa for sharing. So, and I see one more question from Kai Lê. What position Uniqlo currently recruiting for? So I believe that Uniqlo only opening for one position right now is the UMC program. Just for your information. Okay, so I think we done all the questions sent in the chat box. I'm not sure all the students here, anyone want to unmute yourself to ask? So please feel free. Oh, another question in the chat box. Hi Uniqlo, I have a knowledge that you expect the UMC candidate would start to work at the middle of March if they pass the recruitment process. So if I have a chance when I graduate in the early of May, if I promise that I can commit to UMC workload and studying in April.
Right. How to say, well, I'm not in the position to answer, but I think that in terms of workload for the UMC, maybe three of our member, anyone can share. What is the workload when you just started the UMC? Say you.
Yes, hi. So, good afternoon again. So actually, when we start to be a UMC store, actually the workload at Lisa said it should be a full-time employee because we will need to learn a lot and work a lot. Yes, and you will need many time for you to master the skills. So in this case, I really recommend that you should focus on the study first, finish your study, and then you can, how to say, put your full of your energy in the work, and that will be better. Yeah.
Yeah, that's hopefully that's answered the questions.
Thank you, Yung, for sharing that. And I believe that UMC happens every year. So in case if you really want to, interested in UMC program, you can finish your studying first and then waiting for the next batch of UMC application opening. Okay. So I think that's it for the question. And in case if you still have any question, we also have another session with the representative from Uniqlo joining the networking session on this Friday afternoon from 4 to 5 p.m. The platform will be on Gather Town, so we will send you all the information later. So yeah, again, thank you so much for all the panelists and chị Lisa also to join and sharing with with the student all the details about UMC and the working culture, and also compensation and benefits from UMC as well. Hope that this session will give you more information to all the students. And before we end the session, I would like to ask all the participants to turn on your camera so that we can take a picture together. Okay. I see here we still have over 70 students in the room. So could you please turn on your camera? Hi, me. I see your face. Really nice. Hi. Hope you enjoy the session. How about the others? Can you also turn on your camera so that we can take a picture together? Hi, Kai. Hi. How about the others? Let's show your face. Hi, Yui. Just another note. So please also check in your information in the form, since as Uniqlo representative shared before. So if you already joined this session, you don't need to join the information session with Uniqlo later on. So please check in, fill in your information so that we have the clarification later. Okay. We will send the registration, the check-in link again in the chat box for you to fill in. Hi, Thuận. Hi. Yeah. How about the others? And you, I will wait for around 30 seconds more for you to turn on your camera.
Mike.
All right. Some more faces on the screen. Okay. So let me try to prepare for the screenshot. Okay, so good. Hi. You can stay here. Okay, so now I will count 1, 2, 3, and then smile. So then we can take a screenshot here. 1, 2, 3, smile. All right. Thank you so much for your time to join, and hope that we will, Uniqlo will receive a lot of application from RMIT students. Hope that you enjoy the session and have a good rest of your day. Thank you, Uniqlo, again. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.